From doubt to dominance, why Hyrox athletes are switching to these gloves. When I started watching Hyrox and started training for Hyrox in around about January 2024, I was going on YouTube and watching Hyrox races, and I remember one of the first things I saw was Hunter McIntyre wearing gloves at the start of a Hyrox race, and sometimes he wears them, sometimes he doesn't, he puts them on, takes them off, and his gloves have always changed. They've been full-fingered gloves, they were shorter gloves. Then I seen someone like Rich Ryan doing the same, and his looked like big woolly gloves. I saw Pelayo Mendez doing it also. So I knew that the best in the world see a value to wearing gloves. And it made sense to me as well, especially for the rope pull, the farmer's carry and the wall balls. And especially because I live in the UAE and it's very hot here to train and we sweat a lot, and that wall ball is usually very sweaty as well. But there were doubters, okay? I remember before I made the gloves, I used to order cheap gloves on Amazon, cut fingers off, and tried my best to ventilate them. It was a disaster, you know, it just didn't work, and I couldn't find any gloves that worked. And the gloves that were in the market that were good were like weightlifting gloves and way too heavy to wear in a Hyrox race. So that's why I built my own. From doubt to curiosity. So at the start, people were kind of not too sure. You know, I saw a lot of people look at me in that start tunnel, in the Red Bull start tunnel for a Hyrox race, which is the last place you want people to be looking at you thinking, what's this guy doing? That could knock your confidence. But I didn't really care. For me, I knew that the best in the world were using gloves, and then I realized that I created gloves that didn't need to be taken off or on and could be worn throughout the whole race. And I started seeing people taking notice of this. And then as my kind of results grew and grew, and I started to get, you know, podiums and win races, you know, that doubt turned to curiosity. Listen, I'm not saying this is all to do with gloves, but I've got quite a strong podium rate, okay? So I've ran 9 races and I've got 5 podiums. And I really believe that a lot of my success is down to how I can continuously just flow through a race without any major stopping and starting. My pacing is good, but I don't have to run, get chalk, stop, chalk up my hands, run back, start the sled pull. I don't have to get that lumpy chalk that's covered in sweat before the farmer's carry, stop, chalk up and then go. Not at all. I just have my race. I'm just going from my run into my station, run into my station, run into my station. So I'm saving at least 30 seconds each race, if not more, by not stopping for chalk. But the other side is the mental clarity that it gives me, okay? Because I know I've got an age. I know a lot of people will stop to chalk up and I'm going to just go straight past them. And also at the wall balls, I hate the chalk at the wall balls. I'm delighted to hear that Hyrox are taking the chalk away from the wall balls from now on, because you get there, it's lumpy, it's in bits, like really thick bits. You put it on your hands, you throw that wall ball. When you catch that wall ball, and especially in the men's pro, which 9 kg, that's a lot of weight coming down, but it doesn't matter what weight it is, whether it's a 6 kg, whenever that hits that chalk that's just went on your hands, if it's lumpy, it just goes in your eyes. So it's just pointless. It's actually worse than not using any chalk at all. So again, I know that I'm going in there with the confidence that people are going to get chalk in their eyes if they use it. They're going to stop for chalk, so I'm going to beat them on that. Every second counts in Hyrox, okay? You know, even if you're just doing Hyrox for fun, you still want to get a good time. So, you know, if somebody said to you, would you rather have, you know, 30 seconds taken off your race? That could probably depend on the size of that race. If that's a London or a Glasgow or Birmingham where you have thousands of people going through there, tens of thousands of people racing each day, you know, 1 second can probably separate 50 places. You know, 10 seconds, you're probably talking 100 places. So they're just figures I'm thinking, but it really does make a difference. And then if you look at the competitive side, if you're chasing for times to try and win podiums, to qualify for world championships, or to make Elite 15 by your 2 best times, every second counts. We know that positions on the Elite 15 have been lost because of 1 second. We know world championship records or world records have been lost because of 1 second. So the fact that you do not have to stop for chalk by wearing the gloves and going straight into it is going to save you a lot of time and put you up a lot higher on that leaderboard. If you like this content, please do give us a like and subscribe and follow. It really does help.